as a final question, do you have any actionable pieces of advice or tips for fencers who are seeking to improve their game and improve their mindset?
I'm listening, Alex. Give some advice.
I think the single most important thing is to just try and develop not yourself as a winner of all bouts in practice, but to develop yourself as a better fencer. And I talk a lot about, obviously I rambled on a little bit about, why, how, and when that happened for me. But the reason why I think I talk about it so much is because I think it's so important that was the time, those were the moments, those pivotal moments, when I, finally was able to break through and beat my rival and best friend for the first time when I was 14 and got kicked, did really well, but still got my butt kicked in the last bout of the CIP. These were the pivotal moments in my career where I just decided, all right, the actionable thing I can do here is just work a little bit harder and not care if I win or lose in practice, but try and get better. Because oftentimes, yeah, you might lose in the beginning, but if you're working on the right things and to try and develop yourself as a fencer, you will be successful eventually. You will be able to add new things to your game and be able to change and adapt, unlike some of your peers or some of your opponents as well. So my best advice is to just give that extra 10-15% in whatever you're doing, whether it's in the footwork and you focus just extra a little bit harder so you don't, slack off at one point. In your lessons, even if you're not working on your legs, you sit down a little bit more so you're working on your legs. If that means like, in school when you have your break periods or you have your free periods, use those times to do work so you don't have to do it later. That's kind of the only reason I was able to be so successful and so active in the athletic community during high school is because I was constantly doing work whenever I had an opportunity so that, after school I had as little work as possible. And because that was the only way I was going to be able to do 2-a-day practices in high school, one for basketball or soccer or swimming, and then one for fencing after that, on certain days, right, is to get your work done sometime during the day. So it's just about, you have to find that motivation and find that drive to give that extra 10 or 15% in whatever you do so that you can be more efficient, you can be more well-rounded. And once you start to do that, even if you don't necessarily always win in fencing, you're going to feel successful because you are gaining so many more valuable skills and developments that fencing is able to teach outside of just the classroom or off the strip as well.
Yeah, wow, those are some amazing mindset insights into the mindset, both on the strip, off the strip, and in practice and tournaments. As you can see, Alex's mindset allowed him to have consistent, sustained success. Mindset and mental grit are some of the most overlooked tools that any fencer can employ to improve their fencing, including you. I hope that by watching this video, you can get some ideas about what the best in the business are doing themselves. I am your host, Jacob Lei, and thank you for watching.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.